46 because he's got nothing to prove right now. He's proven over recent months with his goal scoring record and what he's done at club level that he's a massive part of the squad. And I've had that conversation with him this week as well. So yeah, we understand his value to the squad, and it's great. It's a great headache to have.
And I wouldn't expect you to reveal your team to play Switzerland now, but has today changed your mind at all?
No, I've been pretty set now for a little while, and it's been frustrating because we've not really been able to get everybody, in the starting 11 together. But again, you don't want to show your hand, and you don't want to do too much with that. So it's, we've done quite a bit in training, but the 2 games we use purely to get individuals like Ethan's and a half today. That's a massive bonus for us. Ben Davis has played an hour. Aaron was always going to play an hour, so we had these minutes in place before kick-off. And at the start of the week, we knew the minutes they were going to play going into France and going into Albania. So it's box ticked, even though there were some tasty challenges going on as well. And we even had Johnny Williams making tackles in the middle of the park. So, a beneficial exercise. And like I said, box ticked, and we can't wait to get on the plane on Monday.
And just finally from me, just on Aaron Ramsey, the fact that he started was a great positive. Maybe some of us haven't seen him play in that false 9 role before. Is that something you'll try again? How do you think he went today?
Yeah, Aaron's a gifted footballer, absolutely. And at times he gets frustrated with the game and with himself, and he wants to get on the ball, which is great because he's got a tremendous amount of ability. Keeping him in the areas of the pitch where we feel he can hurt teams is a conversation we'll have. But no, he's a wonderful footballer, and of course you see why all the Welsh supporters like him, myself, and all the coaching staff. So yeah, we'll have a look back at it again. But yeah, it's horses for courses, and you need players in that position that can play.
Thanks, Rob.
Cheers.
Diolch. Ian Herbert.
Thanks, Sarah. Rob, just about Aaron's knock that he took in the second half. He looked painful when he took it, but he obviously went back on. Can you tell us how he is and what kind of a knock it was?
Yeah, it was a kick. It was a kick to the shin, which is the best case scenario for us. You don't want him to, jar his knee or twist his ankle but there was none of that. It was a kick to the shin purely, so it would have hurt him initially. But yeah, when I said to him, look, you've got another 13 minutes and I'm bringing you off, he went, no, I'm fine. So he just wanted to stay out there and play. But we've got to manage the minutes and strip the emotions out of the game and stick to the minutes that he needed to play with. I mean, lovely to keep him on, but we don't want to push him too far and then have him out at this late stage. So.
Okay, thanks very much indeed. Cheers.
Pleasure.
Yeah, Lawrence.
Hey Rob, kind of just a follow-up question. When you go in, do you tell the players to make those tackles? I imagine you're wincing from the sideline and hoping that they come out of it okay.
I want us to be competitive, absolutely. There's no team's going to just, walk all over us, put it that way. We'll do the not so pretty side of the game really well, absolutely. But, that's up to the players when they're out there. They're not going to shy out of any tackles. Irrespective of what's riding on it today, they understand the importance of just getting through the 90 minutes unscathed. Thankfully, we have them. Like you said, there was a few tasty challenges in the middle. Even Johnny Williams was making some tackles. So it was good. And like I said, the positive is there's no injuries.
Another positive, we're having the fans back in today and your chance to kind of go do your lap of honour before and after the game, sorry. How important was that and sort of a message to them, I suppose?
Yeah, the anthem was outstanding. It was outstanding, and that's just with 6,000 supporters, whatever we had in today. And it was a lap of appreciation, the players. We're all frustrated that we've had a lot of success in recent months and unfortunately not had the supporters through the door to witness that and experience that with us because we're all one, we're all in it together. And that's been hard for us all. But to have a few in today was great. And the lap of appreciation at the end was us just saying thanks. And it's important that we all stick together and we're all a part of this and go on the journey together and enjoy what's coming up.
Dan James not in the squad and Joe Morale, have there fitness worries or was that just a selection?
Yeah, DJ's not been too well the last couple of days. So, he's just had a sickness bug. So we've kept him away from the group. He'll be fine. He's back training tomorrow, so that's good news with him. And Joe Morale's picked a little knock up, but nothing. See, it was a kick, so it's more bone bruising than ligaments or any damage like that. So no, they'll both be fine. They're both on the grass tomorrow, and they'll all be on the plane ready to go off.
Just finally for me, we were talking earlier about jabs. Have any of the players had their coronavirus jabs?
I'm not sure about that. You'll have to speak to the medical team. I've had mine. I'm due my second, but don't know about the players.
But was there a thought of getting them all vaccinated before you left for Baku?
No discussions with the medical team. No, I think if there's a discussion to be had, we'd have done our homework on it, the medical team that we've got, and that would be put to me. So no, we've not felt the need to get that done.
Cheers, Rob.
Cheers. Thank you.
Thanks, Lawrence. Gary Cottrell.
Thank you very much. Yeah, we were talking there about the support of the crowd and the anthems and how good it was that they, made their presence felt. I was just also interested to see, singing and cheering during the taking of the knee was very different at Wembley. Were you pleased to see that as well?
Yeah, I said in the press conference yesterday that we're going to absolutely do whatever we can in our power to help support the cause. And we've had a meeting together as the players, and we all think it's still important to take the knee. And I said in my press conference yesterday that I would love the supporters to join us in doing that. So yeah, that's the message we've given up.
You were pleased then that they listened to you and they adhered to that, the supporters?
Yeah, we're on it together, absolutely. And like I said, there was no issues from that with us, and we're still going to continue to take them.
There was a bit of handbags at times today, a few yellows flying around. Are you concerned about that? In tournament football, referees are sometimes a little less willing to, accept this kind of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. International football is like that, isn't it? And you will get people trying to antagonise you and get you sent off, and so we've got to play cute with that. Of course we have, yeah, and not get involved. It's hard as a player myself. I used to pick up a few yellows for being emotionally involved. But you're right. You're spot on. We've got to identify the teams will do that, and not raise to debate.
And just a final one from me. You spoke there about getting minutes into legs and handling everybody and each player for the best going forward. We know that Gareth knows his own mind very well. Club football, we've heard it a lot. He actually is very heavily involved in when he plays, how many minutes he plays, when he doesn't play. Can you get more than one game a week out of Gareth in this tournament?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's a fit lad. I keep saying it. He looks after himself. You're right, he does look after himself. He's very disciplined. I'd had no conversation with him today about the minutes we were going to play. I just felt it was the right thing to do. I thought Tyler had put a shift in, and we wanted to keep one sub back just in case anything happened that we needed to change. And then we got Johnny on and put Gareth over onto the right. But there was no discussion with him about how many minutes he was going to play. That was just something that I thought Tyler, again, was always going to give us an hour, maybe more if he had it in him. And yeah, it was all part of the plan.
Thanks very much. Good luck.
Pleasure. Thank you.
Thanks, Phil Blanche.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Phil.
I hear what you say about Keitha, but he's only started 2 of the 8 games you've been in charge. Can you explain to me a little bit why he's been on the periphery so much? Is it just down to a change sort of formation, the way you line up?
Well, if you're winning games in football and you're playing well, why would you change?
He just seemed to give you a little bit more sort of second half to sort of play in their half.
Yeah, absolutely. We all identify Keitha's strengths. Yeah, all right, he's a target man, but there's a lot more to his game than that. He can run the channels. He's got a great touch for a big man. He brings others into play. So yeah, he's not just sort of a target man. We've had success playing the way we've played in recent months, and if we needed something different, we have in the past put Gareth on the left and DJ on the right, and put Keitha on, which has caused more problems. So yeah, I just think when you have success playing a certain way and a formation, then you're asking for more problems than by changing it. So you get equal opportunity, absolutely.
Thanks, Rob.
Cheers.
Okay, final couple from James Mercy and then Ben Fisher.
Hi, Rob.
Hi.
You're obviously, as you fly out to Baku tomorrow, a lot of people will probably compare this squad to the side that reached the last four in Euros 2016. Is it a help or a hindrance having that that sort of comparison? Can you ever possibly hope to match those sort of achievements? Really, what do you think?
Well, that's the aim, isn't it? And they've set a high benchmark. So you know, of course, when we've had success in the past, everybody's going to be talking about it, rightly so. You know, I thought what that group of players done, and Chris at the time was exceptional. And I was a supporter myself, watching those games, and you couldn't help but get involved emotionally with it. It was fantastic, and if we can get that anywhere near that again with our supporters, brilliant, absolutely brilliant. We're with a different group of players now, of course, and some are still with us. Sorry, from 2016, the success that they had. Well, there's a lot of changes into the squad. All I'll say is we'll absolutely give it our very, very best to let what was achieved in 2016.
Well, where is Gareth fitness-wise, and sort of compared to those other guys that have come back, Ben Davies, Joe Allen? Is he sort of quite a way ahead of those kind of guys?
I wouldn't say quite a way ahead. He was playing towards the back end of last season. Ben Davies wasn't. He hadn't played for a couple of months from his injury, so it was more important to the lads that have played domestic football towards the end of the season. It wasn't a priority for me to get them minutes in the two friendlies. It was more of a priority to get other players minutes that probably weren't playing as much. You know, Ben Davies, Ethan Anthony, great to see him out there tonight and give us 45 minutes. And that was the idea of the two friendlies. So Gareth had played for Tottenham at the back end of the season and was scoring goals. So it wasn't so much of a priority to give him 290 minutes, not at all.
Yeah, as I say, I suppose that first at the sort of back end of the season for Spurs has been really beneficial for Wales, actually.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You want your players playing, and you know he was playing really well at the back end of the season, and like you said, scoring goals. So that's great for us.
Thanks, Rob.
Cheers.
Okay, thanks, Rob. Thanks, guys. We'll be back shortly with Claire. Yeah.